Hi, Mr. C here. Well, it's coming to that point where we're going to start another project. So I figured some of you guys are talking about going ahead and making one of those epoxy tables. So what I did was we had some leftover walnut in the back, and I decided, let's do that. So I've picked out some pieces, and I've already done some pre-work with them. With these pieces, I have already had both faces already planed and sanded to be the same thickness, or the same thickness on all three pieces, and they're flattened out, okay? So what I've done here is we figured that we're gonna make a small coffee table or cocktail table, which measures 24 inches by 48 inches. So what I did was I went ahead and I made a frame for this, okay? And on this frame, I'm gonna go ahead and place some of these pieces. And let me rotate this for you so you can see a little bit. And I have one other piece here that I want to put in the mix, but I want to cut it to make it a little bit more interesting. So I'm going to take this piece and this piece, and I'm going to rotate this around so you can see it a little bit better. Okay. So I have this piece here, and then I have this piece, and I'm going to place inside of the frame. But let me just go ahead and move this just a little bit more away from that vise there. And I'm going to place this right here to make this a little bit more interesting as far as how it looks. And then what I want to do is I want to go ahead and draw my pencil line on this. And then what I'll do is I'll cut this, okay? So let me take you over here. This kind of gives you a better idea of what I'm looking at. Let's see if I can give you a bird's eye view. So I'll place that there, that there, that there. So this is what it would look like. And then we'll fill that with an epoxy, okay? So you're gonna really see some of this grain on this walnut here. It's really beautiful. Once this gets a high polish finish on it, it's gonna be really, really nice. Now, one thing I need to explain is I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna cut this piece here so it fits in the frame here, okay? But these pieces are not ready yet for the epoxy. You'll see that all this bark is here. All this bark and some of the softwood has to be removed. If you don't remove it, you're most likely gonna have a problem where the epoxy fails or it comes off or delaminates from the actual wood itself. And that's the last thing we wanna have happen, especially with the amount of time and the cost involved in making one of these tables. The epoxy is very, very expensive. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure we remove all that stuff. That'll be in another video. But what I wanna do is I wanna take my circular saw and cut these two pieces. So what I'm gonna do here right now is I'm gonna take this piece here, and I did take out our circular saw. So I'm going to take this and I want to attach this or clamp this down to the table so that way I know it's not going to move. And then of course you noticed that I have my safety glasses on because, you know, I want to make sure we do that. So, okay, I have both my clamps on here. This isn't going anywhere. And I grabbed my circular saw. I've already set the depth. The depth of the blade is going to go 1/8 of an inch deeper than the thickness of the material. I already pre-did that before I turned on the camera, just so you know that it's not deeper than that. Okay. Power cord is in. I can follow the line. I can see that pencil line. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to follow that line with my machine here. So there's nothing underneath this section, so I don't have to worry about hitting anything. I had most to cut through, but I realized that this clamp is a little bit in the way. I don't need it. The material is clamped down really thoroughly. I'm just going to go ahead and start this over. I do love using this saw. It's super accurate. It cuts extremely clean. Granted, it has a relatively sharp blade on there, but it cut right along that pencil line. Let me bring you over so I can show you that. I know, like I said, I didn't use a straight edge, but you can see the remnants of a pencil line there, and that's exactly what we want. Okay? Now all I'm going to do is pick up my piece, okay? And then I'm going to go ahead and rotate this around. I don't, like I said, I do not want to hit anything on the bench, but I want this securely clamped to the bench. Let's see if I can get it far enough away. And I'm double checking where my blade is going to go through. Yes, this piece is going to be in the, this clamp is going to be in the way. I suspected that. I guess what I might have to do is just move this forward just a little bit more. Hopefully this gives me enough clearance on this. Let's see. Nope. What I can do is I can come in from the other way. Okay. This is when the cord should go over your shoulder so that way you don't cut the cord.